let's figure out a podcast name. That's what we should do today. Let's figure out the basis against our podcast. Because we can play this video.
We're new to the podcast role. We're figuring out what we like to do and what we don't like to do and what we like to talk about and what we want to try to influence people on.
Fuck yeah, I want to influence people on giving me money so that I can buy new tattoos.
It's not all about you. Sometimes it's about other people too. And then
okay, you're right. It is about other people. And when I'm done with this podcast, I'm going to use this exact same room for my OnlyFans. Go subscribe at Joe BDE Morales 425. But not to put the plug in hard, but go ahead, continue. Not always about me.
BDE stands for butt dick energy. Just so you know.
It's big dick energy, but I do have a little dick and probably a big ass gaping asshole. I'm not gonna lie. You're right about that one.
Have you ever seen a skinny Ron Jeremy? Well, you have today.
That, I don't know. I've never seen Ron Jeremy's dick. Don't care to either. I remember he was ugly, but he did fuck a lot of beautiful women in his day.
Ron Jeremy is Jewish. He wasn't ugly. He just had really curly hair. He was a little chunky.
Is that the same guy that used to, break watermelons on stage?
No, that is, what's his name?
You remember
another Jewish person, actually.
He used to have to wear, a fucking, a raincoat to go see him and stuff. I thought that was because he was fucking girls on stage, but later I found out that it was watermelons that he was busting open. Sucks.
Yeah, that was a big Vegas show. I remember when we lived in Arizona. Back to the topic, though.
Little dick energy.
Little dick
My older
energy.
brother has it sometimes. It's not his fault.
But it's about doing what's right and trying to influence people in the right directions. This podcast is just informational. Use it at your own discretion. And hope you enjoy the laughs.
Yeah, don't get demonetized by reporting us either. Because I will find you and I will fuck your mom on a random Saturday night.
He likes moms.
I really, really like moms. The more kids, the better. I just know that she's extremely unstable, and I like my women like I like my weather. Moist and unstable.
I think we should really, release Joe in the Philippines. Because they all have, 10 children each.
Some of those...
It would be
Dude, some of those women, though, are extremely... You gotta be careful. Some of those women have dicks, and they're extremely beautiful.
Thailand.
The Philippines are the same.
I don't think Philippines is like that too much.
They don't have femboys or whatever the heck they're called?
Not as much as Thailand does. But Philippines is kind of like Hispanic meets Asian culture.
Oh, you know what? We could talk about travel, dude. I've been all over the world.
That must be nice.
So is our friends.
Yeah.
So maybe that should be a subject of topic, but I don't know how our friends feel about being on camera.
No, we can't do that right now. We'll bring more friends in later and bring other people in.
Oh, speaking of friends, I was ragging on someone at the Lowe's earlier when we were buying random stuff for the setup.
Ragging on or hitting on?
Oh, I was ragging on him. Yeah, and I think the podcast is great for us as well. It'll give us time to actually hone in on stuff that we like to talk about. And it'd be good for you and I.
Throw a few blows at each other.
And then probably talk about some really deep shit with each other.
Yeah. Getting tattoos on our ass, wow and bam.
Yeah, you already have a vagina on your ass right now, currently. As you guys can see, this little tube right here that's linked to his butthole because he did really have a surgery.
I had 2 surgeries. I had a surgery done on August 18th and thought I was in the clear. About 2 weeks after, I was still going to wound care, and it was Memorial Day Labor Day weekend?
Labor Day.
Yeah. Anyways, that was a long weekend, and I started feeling really shitty that weekend.
I think you just didn't want to work.
It was
Labor Day weekend, and you were like, fuck this, I don't want to work.
With 102 fever, I didn't want to work, yeah.
And literally poisoning in your blood, or poison in your blood.
Got a little harder to sit down, tailbone was sore. Go to wound care that Tuesday, the day after, and they're like, you need to go to your doctor and get some antibiotics.
Did they, though?
Or something.
I thought they said you were fine.
No, wound care on the 4th said...
The same day you went to the hospital.
Yep, that was
Something
the same day.
was wrong.
Yep. So, healthcare in America sucks. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Let's not. It's trash. We need to just follow suit with Canada and call it a day.
No. That'll make it even worse.
I think it will create a longer time frame to get seen. But you're probably going to have a $100,000 bill after this.
Yeah, probably. But
it needs to be reasonable if we're going to make us pay.
for the last 20 years, we've seen a gradual decline in healthcare, right?
True.
So I remember, like...
It's a for-profit company. They don't care about helping you.
This is when you were a kid. I remember paying like $500 a year and having a $500 deductible in like 2007. Anyways, now it's about a $12,000 deductible, and you're going to spend about $12,000 annually out of pocket. Just to have it. Yeah, and that's with company paying the other $18,000.
Yeah.
So, for a family.
Yeah, that's true. Mine's for a family as well.
So those
don't
are
get laid off because that 12,000 turns into about 30,000.
That's why I haven't quit yet, bro. No, that job's easy. Takes care of me pretty well.
Yeah,
so no complaints on that.
But you have supplemental income either way. But regardless, back to that gaping hole that you have in your ass. Are you excited to take 2 dicks in there, or just gonna leave it at 1 for right now?
It's kind of a small hole, so only your dick will fit in there.
Nice comeback. I like that. I like that. Way to drop some knowledge on them, boys. You heard it here first from Steven Morales himself. Little dicks running the family.
Yeah, 3.9 centimeters deep.
Is that how big the hole is in your back?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty big. 3.9 centimeters. That's like 5.5 inches if you ask me.
It's less than 2 inches.
That's 5.5 inches if you ask me. Depends on who I'm talking to, but...
You're using the wrong measuring stick there.
Oh, buddy. That's not what I'm supposed to use, the centimeters? Oh, damn. So it's not 5 inches. It's actually like 3.
No, less than 2.
Damn. All right. Well, it happens. Okay. Next subject. Let's get off the subject of Joe's penis and onto the subject of what's that beard do? Why have you been growing it for the last 5-6 years?
Kind of defines me. Like, really helps me hone in on my own, like, primal instincts, and I guess it just makes me feel more like I am who I am. A lot of men can't grow a beard like this.
Yeah, what do they call that in the industry? Oh, they call that you're the bear.
They call you the rabbit, so...
Hey, it is what it is. I'm just saying, you said primal, you said you hone in on that, and I was just letting you know that homo was honing on that as well. I love you to death. That sounded kind of gay. Let's go ahead and just take that out of that segment completely.
I would trade up for being Ryan Fitzpatrick's twin brother.
Oh, damn. Okay. Hey, I like to see that I am like the better looking version of of Eminem with a beard, like a little chin strap. You know, I got a little pebble down here. You know.
I was gonna say I was like the more fuller dad bod version of you.
What? Oh, Eminem is?
No, I am.
Oh, for sure you are. I think you could slay some. Yeah, I mean, I think you do, if you choose to, but God, I think you could slay some women.
I am happily married for 15 years.
That's fine.
Got 3 children.
I'm not saying that you weren't. I'm just letting you know that if you ever got single, I think that you would slay the game. And it's an easy game right now. I'm 3 for 3 this week, boys and girls. So, just saying, homeless. Living out of the shop, 3 for 3, all recorded, all consented. It'll be on my OnlyFans sometime by the end of the year. And if this podcast hits really big, let's take that out of the segment as well. Who's hitting you up, buddy? You got friends?
Mom's hitting me up.
Oh, I bet you she's hitting
She
me
wants
up
to be part of the podcast.
I do not appreciate how you guys are treating me by not answering my calls.
Let's talk about this for a minute.
Oh, we have the craziest mom. Let's just call her. Let's introduce her to the podcast. Might as well, right?
Oh, God. Here we go. Tell her she's live.
She says, I do not appreciate how you guys are treating me right now. So this should be interesting. Hey, Mom. I just want to let you know that you're live on the air on Stephen and I's podcast. We're currently working. What's up? How are you? What's wrong? Hello? What? Hey, what's wrong? Mom? Well, that didn't go as planned. Hello? Awkward silence. Anything?
Hey, Mom.
I don't know what the heck happened there, but anyway, she hung up, so that works.
We can go back to talking about her anyways.
That's probably not the best subject to touch up on the first call.
Well, we could just touch up on moms in general.
Yeah, moms in general are amazing, right?
Oh, you like banging them.
Well, not my own, but everyone else's, yeah. Who doesn't?
You trying to call her back now?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Okay, she hung up. Maybe she's in trouble with her crazy husband. He's a psychopath. No, yeah. Go ahead and talk about moms all you want.
Nah, I think that moms are done. Let's talk about something else, like fingernail biting.
Let's not talk about fingernail biting. Ron's gonna zoom in on my fingers, huh?
That's why I called it out.
Yeah, hey, see, there's a lot of really good things about biting your nails.
Yeah,
You know?
it's called E. coli.
Keep going. You guys will probably see me bite my nails tons of times on screen. I don't really give a fuck. At the end of the day, I am who I am, and at least I can eat salt. Okay?
Okay, Stubby.
No. I might be stubby, but you're chubby. I might be stubby here and in the face, but this stub lays across a new woman all the time, and yours has been with the same one for 15 years.
I just realized you are just like stubby all around. Stubby on your head, stubby
Boy, don't
on your
make me
face.
stand up, and I'll show you who's really stubby. This guy looks like the broken piece of a fucking bar stool. You know what I mean? Like it's like a little nub fall off. That's him. He's short as shit and he's round as shit. You trip him and he rolls.
I don't know. What do
He
you guys
doesn't
think?
fall down.
What do you guys think? I don't look too stubby. I said I got a dad bod. Yeah, I got a dad bod. But you know what did do me well? Stopping drinking alcohol. Being in the hospital for 2
Fuck
weeks.
that, we're drinking tonight.
I'm not drinking tonight. I'm
Why?
going to drink some tonic and lime.
Oh, I get that. Yeah, you're right. Alcohol was a good thing for you to quit. I'm glad you realized that. I told you that when I first came into town.
Yeah, now you're the one drinking more than I am.
Barely.
Barely.
When you quit, I quit.
Yeah.
It was a thing that I did because I got to hang out with you.
Yeah,
We play pool together, we hang out.
We should figure out some better vices.
Yeah, definitely. And I quit doing drugs because of you, you know? So, think about it. I started drinking alcohol because of you. You stopped, you went to the hospital. I stopped drinking alcohol. I drank, I think, 2 nights while you were in the whole time. And one of those was the other night with your wife when we went out. And I ended up leaving right after we got there.
Yeah, I figured you would. That's your normal motif, though. If you're not feeling it, you just dive, and that's cool.
Yeah, if there's not beautiful women at the bar, I have no objective of being there.
But let's backtrack a minute. I wasn't gonna bring up the drug.
Hey, what are you bringing it? When you just brought it back up?
I didn't bring it up. You brought it up.
Hey,
I just rewound.
I may
as
have
you
done
tried to
drugs
skip
in my
Scoodle and
life,
skip
but
forward.
at least I didn't do the hard drugs. Crack,
everybody
heroin,
does-
meth.
everybody
All those
does-
hard drugs, I didn't do.
Everybody does drugs in their life. They literally had me on fentanyl when I was in the hospital. That shit is fucking toxic.
I bet. Never tried it, but I've heard some crazy stories.
Between fentanyl and morphine,
Most of the stories I read about fentanyl, though, they're in the newspaper, in the obituaries.
if you like being a zombie, that's the way to go. If you want to be normal, don't do that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I got firsthand experience.
figure
10
out
years.
a different vice, like fucking knitting or something, or be like Joe and go bang moms. It's a whole different era now where women used to have all the control, and that's why they were starting all these OnlyFans. And now, you know what's happening now?
What?
We have kings.
Kings?
Kings that make fun of single moms. Have you
Do
ever-
they really?
Yes.
So guys just making fun of single moms?
Yes.
Why? Single moms are the single-handedly best thing out there.
Okay.
Look, check it. They don't go out. They hang out at the house. When they do go out, they're dirty as shit, right? Nothing's nastier than a single mom on a Saturday night without a kid. Give me one thing that's better than that.
I'm not talking about that niche of single moms. I'm talking about the single moms that are selling feet pics and
Oh, yeah.
that hit
See,
you up and want you to
the king is me
subscribe.
to talk shit.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah,
100%. hey,
will you subscribe to my OnlyFans? Fuck no. I put the plug in there just one time. I'm not going to talk about it all the time unless you guys see my next video, which may be on this table.
You took the plug?
What? I took the plug as soon as we started. I was like, yo, let me just tell you guys a little bit about my OnlyFans. I literally told you guys my screen name.
Oh, I thought you meant you took the butt plug, like for your video that you cast.
Oh, no, I don't take any plugs. No, I don't think anything would go in my ass, and I've never been in somebody else's ass, so tried many times. Women out there, you got a gaping butthole, hit me up. Got you.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it would have to be a gaping butthole.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For the fact that you want to stick your dick in that's what concerns me.
I want to just see what the hype is about. I've tried and never gotten successful. I know you and your wife.
It's kind of like food, right? I think about it like this way. You're going to eat chicken at 3 different restaurants. The texture's going to be different. The flavor might be a little similar, but the texture's going to be different.
Fair enough.
That's what it's like.
Hold on, don't skip this. Hold on. I was getting excited about talking shit about women. And the fact that kings are talking shit about the ones that are just like they're just specifically to try and make money off of men.
Yeah.
And they're like begging them, but not begging
There's
anymore.
face groups about it now.
Oh, wow.
I got invited to one the other day. It was like poor single moms or something, and it's like the Facebook dating. Like they'll take screenshots of Facebook dating, and they'll be like, I want a man that's going to delete all the women off his Facebook, that's going to take care of me and let me be a stay-at-home mom. Like, meet me halfway. Yeah, on their profiles.
Like, how does one even meet somebody and be interested enough and not have intellectual conversations before actually being like, okay, I like this woman. Maybe I should stop talking to the other. I don't care if some men talk to 2 women, some men talk to 40, and same vice versa. Women aren't just talking to one guy. Until they're like serious at that point, like everything in your past, I don't care about. At least me specifically, I don't give a shit about your past from the day that we like actually become something. Like up until that point, she may be fucking me and her old man.
I know what it's called. It's called poor single moms overestimating their market value.
Yes. Never overestimate your market value.
Yeah,
right?
So we have these 5s acting like they're 10s, trying to look for 20s.
Exactly, because that's a man. A 10 is just a good-looking man that has his shit together, has his own stuff, and is gonna pay for her shit as well and her kid.
Yeah, that's like a 20 right there.
Yeah,
there's not
that man is doing everything right.
And I think men are being a lot more smart about it than they used to be, especially with the day and age with like digital technology. Like it's not like it used to be where you had to fight and cringe for.
And you had to meet him in public.
Yeah, like you had to go
dude,
out.
When I was married with Megan, I didn't know what online dating was. When I got off of being married, like as if I was only going to do it for a short amount of time. I did it for a very long time, and I enjoyed it. But as soon as I became single, like all these plethora of women were at your fingertips, and it was insane. The online dating and Tinders
over a 5-year span.
Yeah, and like I didn't know. I mean, I divorced in 2019. It had already been going on for years at this point.
Probably right before you got married, yeah. Or right after you got married, sorry.
No, I got married in 2013.
Okay, so 3 years after you got married.
It started, yeah. And then I divorced in 2019, 6 years later. And in 2020, I picked up the phone and started fucking swiping right and left. And like it was like the easiest thing to get women. You no longer had to take them on dates and do all this crazy shit for them to get laid.
It's just WYD, question mark.
Yeah. It's make her laugh a few times, keep her interested and intrigued, and then
ignore her for 3 weeks.
Slang dick at her, and then after you're done with, no, you don't send dick pics. I've never sent one, never will. First of all, I think that is the most uneducated thing a man can do. First of all, men have ugly dicks. I know I have an ugly dick. I've seen plenty of dicks in porn and other things. And please, men, just understand, women do not want you to send them a dick pic. Ever. Not even when you're married. Like, have you sent your wife a dick pic?
She's requested one once.
Yeah, see, mine's never requested it, so I never sent it.
I've never sent it just to send.
Yeah. Who does that?
I've only ever sent upon request.
It's like, hey, here's a very naked cat. Here you go. Here's a very small version of a very big earthworm. I don't fucking know. It's just disgusting. And it's like, why?
Hey, I just got a question for you.
The conundrum that I just stated?
No, does it look stubby like your fingers?
I don't know. I'll let the viewers know. I'll keep a link down in the post.
To my OnlyFans where my dick is, if you want to take a look.
Yeah, I mean, hey, just saying, I might put that plug out there. You're the one that's plugging it. I'm just going to prove it that it is very, very stubby. I mean, no, it's kind of like a New York deep dish pizza, you know? Like you really want to eat the whole thing, but you never can.
I mean, I'm kind of fat, so you don't put me up to that challenge.
Hey, are you going to try and lose some weight?
I am losing weight.
Oh, good. Yeah, you heard about that myth that I was telling you about the other day. Every 20 pounds you lose, you gain an inch on your dick. So at the end of the year, if you lose 100 pounds, you might have a 5-inch penis.
That's not what I'm doing. I'm sure at least half of the other people watching this video right now can relate to the fact that it's really hard to put your shoes on when you hit your late 30s.
I'm getting close. I'm not much further behind.
You're like a fucking earthworm, bro. Like, it's like... You just bend differently.
Yeah.
You could probably like pull your foot up all the way to you.
I'm tall. Don't let this seat fool you.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm tall. This is the only time that you'll be taller than me is when we sit down. Because when we lay down, I'm definitely taller than you. When we stand up.
That's not true. I'm fatter than your ass.
It don't matter how fat you are. I guess that will definitely Eiffel Tower your ass. Just kidding. No, I really enjoyed today. I really hope that we create structure within this because I like talking to you, first of all. You're fun and you're knowledgeable. And I'm sure that we can put topics together to make this really enjoyable over time.
I think we should really make it about being a king. I think it's a big topic in America right now.
Well, I can make it about being a king, but you can make it about being a short king.
It's not about that. I'm not trying to be about that. I'm just trying to...
Are you talking about life in general, not just women?
No, just women. Well, and the way men treat themselves. A lot of men sell themselves short.
True.
And they do it for...
I probably got a lot of good advice on men that sell themselves short, including you.
I get it 100%.
I think that you're more of a man than you do. Like in the aspect of you could probably get any woman that you want any day of the week. Anytime. Granted, you're married. I'm stating if you were single, these are the things you could do.
It's a different situation. It's a different market. But like I said, I feel like there was so much divorce in the last 30, 40 years in America that there are a lot of kings out there that are in the market. And
women need to realize that and go after them. It doesn't need to be all
instead of the other way around. I feel like in America, the way that things are handled and nowadays is women have more market share and they're able to control the situations more than men do.
If I had a pussy between my legs, I'd know that I had more market share as well. But I also think that...
But how do they get away with it? And how do we...
Men want this, every woman that I date is just going to love me no matter what, through and through. And that's sometimes not the objective. You need to be able to identify what is in front of you and achieve what she wants most out of it and get that from her, and don't put yourself in a situation where you're over-invested so that you don't hurt yourself. And I think nowadays there's so many eyes with all of the social medias and everything. There's always going to be a better-looking guy and always going to be a better-looking girl, right? And if you take that at face value and don't find yourself a life partner, you're not going to be a king in the situation of you and your partner. You have to find someone else that's looking for a life partner, somebody else that's looking for long-term, not just in the interim. Let me find someone, love them, go on cute dates, get bored, move on, because that's what our society is in.
Yeah, that's why there's not as many kids.
Once you find that friend, you essentially have to find a friend, become friends with them, accidentally fuck them, and then continue to have a life partnership with them.
I need to back up real quick. And how do you accidentally fuck a friend? Are you taking a shower, slip on the soap, and she's on her bed, and you just
I don't know. You're probably gonna have to ask some of my friends about that. I accidentally slipped into some of their girls. It's you don't lose your turn, or you don't lose your girl, you lose your turn nowadays. And people need to understand that, and if you're a friend first and actually hook up with the girl after, I believe that's the best type of relationship. That's the relationship that could last, is if you're truly a friend first and then hook up on accident. You have some inclination that the girl likes you, you like her or whatever, right? But you don't want to act upon it because you really enjoy your guys' time together, whether you're doing random stuff or whatever. And then later on, you do try to take your shot. You know you're good looking enough, you know she's kind of interested in some form, fashion, or way, and then you accidentally do it, whether that be a drunk night out together and fuck her so good that she wants to date you, then she knows that you're the complete package, and then you build upon that as it goes, or you start straight from the gate, you already like this woman, it's never going to happen, she's way out of your league, and then you achieve, how do you get to that league? Because all men can get to that league. Women aren't, I guess, some men are just looking for the girl to be hurt and then fuck her. That's not always the case. That can't be always the case. You have to do that on your own and be a king and achieve that while not just trying to fill a void for her, because then all you'll be for her is a void to fill. Yeah, I mean, if a girl's only offering pussy, guess what? I'm only offering dick.
No, and that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's exactly how I think. That's exactly why you don't see me locked down with any women. I fuck the most beautiful women out there. Like, period. Point blank, period. I'm homeless, don't have a car, lost my job this year, and I'm still fucking dimes every single day of the week. But there are women out there, similar to like Bianca, that I should have taken value with. I had everything. I had my life together. She's a doctor. I had hundreds of thousands of dollars. Don't get me wrong. These situations have changed over the last couple of years, right? But like, even a couple months ago, I knew that I wasn't in a position to be with her. But I think in the future, she's like a life partner, like somebody that I would honestly settle down for, and the type of woman I'd have another kid with.
Oh, please don't say that. We don't need any more.
She's the exact opposite of
your previous.
Yeah. Well, we won't get into my previous today, but I did want to say thank you, Steven, for getting on here with me, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, guys. We're going to try this over time. Is there anything you want to say, Steven, on our way out?
Yeah, just we're going to try to do 3 of these a week, bringing you some more categories and topics. Please feel free to leave suggestions on talking points that you'd like us to hit.
Yeah.
To all you kings out there, thank you for everything you do.
Stay kings, brother.